Check out our plans over at RelaxShacks.com to build a super affordable, very easy to construct A-frame that transforms. Also my book, Home to Home Simple Shacks, DIY shelter concepts, ideas, tiny houses, in comic book form on Amazon.com. Hey, I'm Derek Diedrichson from RelaxShacks.com here in Washington, D.C., hanging out with some of the tumbleweed folks as well. Joe Coover and Art. And we're here with Brian Levy in his home, the Minim House. And I was hoping you could give us a quick tour because there are a lot of space-efficient little gems in here.
Sure thing.
We've kind of been snooping around already, but for the sake of those who haven't seen, anyone watching this, do tell.
All right, I can just kind of move around in a circle.
Yeah, let's just walk around the place, just kind of ad-lib and see what's going on here.
Sure, sure. So the house is about 210 square feet, so 10 by 21 inside. One of the main things you'll notice, there's no loft in this house, so I'm not a big fan of lofts, personally, just because I drink. And
that's one of the more honest responses I've ever gotten.
And so we just roll out the bed here. It's a lot easier. Full size or queen size bed.
That's not a bad fall.
Yeah. So, and this is a little easier. If you
roll out,
nothing is broken.
That's hilarious.
And you can just leave it kind of halfway out for lounging.
Yeah. So it has locking casters on it. So if you pull it out about 2.5, 3 feet, you can just lock it in place, and then you get a nice seating. You can actually seat 3 people comfortably here, another 4 people on the bench seat here, and then I'll show you another. Some extra.
That's like so simple yet so clever. You were showing me this desk over here, which is gorgeous.
Yeah, the desk is
underneath as well. Yeah,
the desk is a nice 5-foot long desk, separate from the dining table. It's nice to have kind of 2 separate spaces for me. And underneath here, I wanted to put a full-size keyboard in, so that's where that lives.
Nice.
Not that I can play very well, but
let's hear some entertainer.
Yeah. This is for the dinner parties, you know.
Yeah, my brother in his house is the same thing as kitchen table. It opens up. There's a piano keyboard in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, guitar hanging here.
Guitar here. There's an AC that's built in through the wall. It gets covered up in winter.
Oh, okay. Wow.
It's right underneath there.
Yeah.
It's through the wall, so if you look in the back of the house, you'll notice there's actually no projection. There's no separate unit at all, so aesthetically it's very clean.
No penetration.
Is an aluminum, an aluminum grate.
Why are you laughing? All right.
So under here, back here behind the doors is where Wizard of Oz lives.
All right, yeah. No, but it works. Just a curtain. There's no swing space wasted either if you had doors.
Exactly. There's a couple of extra clothes here, all my bike panniers and bike gear.
Sure.
Printer, 10-tray dehydrator, tools.
Yeah.
This big black box is the heart of the AC, DC, like solar off-grid system. It's all Outback hardware.
How big of what's the watt system up on your roof? The panels.
There's a 960 watt
okay.
array on the roof, and then a small battery bank.
Yep.
The limiting factor here is the battery bank, not the array. By like noon on a sunny day, it'll be filled up. But the battery bank runs everything in the house with 2 notable exceptions. One is like any kind of electric heat if I'm not running the propane heat, and the AC at night. During the day, I can run it off the roof, but at night, I need grid power, and then. There's an incinerator toilet, which I'll show you all.
What's the cathedral ceiling here? What's the headroom?
You got me there.
Approximately, I don't know, what, 10 feet maybe?
Yeah, I think it's around 9.5.
Let's see, Joe's 4'3", so.
Yeah.
These LVLs you use here, did you carve those out to meet the contour of the roof, or shave those, cut them?
Those are custom cut down.
Oh, that's great.
To meet the
I don't know if you can really, I'm going to try to.
Yeah, you can stand up.
Go gadget arm. No, you can get it from here.
Sure.
You can see how they're actually meet the contour and pitch of the roof.
Yep. And then the SIPs, the whole house, I didn't explain before, but the whole house is built out of SIPs panels, so you have very high insulation.
Yeah.
R40 in the roof, R26 in the walls.
Yeah.
Time saving as well. We're actually in a room full of SIPs geeks here.
Yeah, Art built his tiny house out of SIPs. Nice. I built my tiny house out of SIPs. So
very cool.
I'm the one dinosaur.
You don't meet a whole lot of SIPs.
Yeah.
Tiny house builders.
This is a momentous occasion.
It is. It's like
3 in one room.
Yep.
Oh yeah, talk about your heaters here. I love these.
Yeah, these heaters that
I'll keep going around. Yeah, this is either backup or primary heat. There's a Dickinson marine heater.
Yeah, those are
right
gorgeous.
behind you, which I'll show you in a sec.
Yep.
But these are just 2 400-watt panel heaters. You really only need one until it gets down to about 10 degrees at night. Then the second one pops on. These are grid tied. These are not.
Could you mount one horizontally and cook eggs on it?
They get hot enough.
2 in 1.
Definitely a nice plate warmer.
And you can paint these with acrylic paint.
Yeah, and so you're seeing two different colors here. This is a new one I just added, but the one below it is painted the same color as the wall.
Oh, okay.
So it blends in quite nicely.
Yeah, or you can have your artist friend paint a landscape on.
Yeah, I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah, as long as it's like low VOC.
Yeah, acrylic.
I think it's fine to do.
They're pretty affordable too, which is
Yeah, they're like 80
great.
bucks each.
Yeah.
They work quite well.
I even saw like BJ's and Costco's are starting to sell them now, which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean they're not heating with electricity is not a great thing to do.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But if they're backup,
Yeah, having it there when you need it.
Well, these you walk in, you don't even notice them.
They're
It
completely
looks like
safe. You can leave these on when you're gone. Like I've heard that these are one of the safest space heaters that they have.
Yep.
So
the nice thing too is when you pull out the bed here part way and you lock it, you can sit against it. And it's like a back, back warmer. It's kind of nice.
lounge until you start smelling hamburgers. Hey, the bathroom. Show us that real quick.
Bathroom. We just get the light on here. So the bath is a wet bath arrangement. So you've got a shower curtain in the front, shower curtain in the back, and then a shower head up there.
I like how the pipes are actually exposed. You know, honesty in design. You know, it kind of has that industrial modern feel, which is cool. I think.
Yeah, I didn't want to bury things. Also, burying things in SIPS panels is a pain.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
But also, I've been through too many broken water pipes in the middle of winter.
I'm gonna sneak past.
And so I wanted
you
everything
here.
to be exposed, so I could easily repair it if
there's
it ever
the
went down.
Angled drain.
Angled drain. Yeah. If you push back the other curtain there, you'll see that's the toilet.
Yeah, the
water
Incinellet. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yep. Little 4-gallon water heater, which runs off of solar. You just turn it on for 10 minutes.
4 gallons. Yeah.
Yep.
One up here, little towel drying rack.
Yep. Got a porthole in there.
Yeah, I love the porthole. That's awesome.
That's for the pirates. You want to make sure the pirates
It's like
are coming.
it's almost like a truth window, so you can see the.
It is.
The
so you can
sips.
also see the sips. Yep.
That's cool.
That actually came out of a mistake I made, but I put a tankless water
Oh,
heater
yeah?
first, so I punched a hole through. But now it's the truth window.
And you said this was just a stock IKEA sink because I really like
Stock
this.
IKEA. The stainless is custom cut, but stock sink.
That's great. I like it. You have a lot of books.
So around the house, there are these little holes in the floor, and
Yeah, this is key here. Let's talk about that.
Sure. So yeah, some of the small innovations come from the marine world. Boaters have figured out a lot of these small space issues way before tiny house people came along. So this is one of many cool products you could apply to the tiny house building, which is the socket system with the table. The walnut table basically removes the whole thing. The top comes off, and then you pull out the base piece, and then that can move around to 4 different positions.
And it adjusts up and down, you were saying,
It's on a
too?
gas assist spring, so it rotates and goes up and down about 15 inches.
It's like a plug-and-play table.
Yeah. So here it's basically a table for 2 and an extra kitchen prep space.
Yep.
If it's here in front of you, it's a dining table. If you move it out and push it down on the spring, it becomes a coffee table. And then if it's in the front of the window, I kind of call this like the winter desk.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit here in July, but in February it's pretty nice to look out here with the sun streaming through.
This view is amazing.
While you're over here, because one of the things a lot of people, when they look around, they won't see a TV. So
So this is both a shade for the window and a projection screen. And so what I did is I wired up from the desk area. I wired in basically wiring so you can plug in a small LCD projector, which is actually goes right here.
Oh, well, zoom over there. Yeah, I was wondering where it was.
Yeah.
Like, where is he hiding this?
Yeah, it kind of blends with the books for any.
Yeah, cool. It's like a little micro HAL.
So that works nicely. It's also a LCD projector, new generation, so it's very low energy consumption.
Yeah.
Those big bright bulbs, that.
Here's your
so
Dickinson stove.
you do have the Dickinson stove, along with those electric heaters. Now, what do you use? How often do you use this compared to that? And what have you found?
Yeah, it sort of depends on if I have gas available or not. I almost always do, and so I'm running this during the winter. It's like 10 degrees out last night, and I was running this up until midnight, and then I turned the heater on overnight because I don't like to run this if I'm asleep. Even though it's safe to, I just don't like to do it.
Because it doesn't have a thermostat.
No, exactly.
Right, so it won't automatically turn off at a certain temperature.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say that. Yeah, we've had people. They have, if they have this gas, they'll have a electric space heater for whenever they're out of the house, because you don't want to leave it on while you're gone, but you don't want to come home and it's 10 degrees inside. So they leave like one of those little ones on.
And the nice thing Jay and I have been working on is these Wi-Fi enabled switches. So the heaters in my house are Wi-Fi enabled, so I just go on my iPhone and it's not quite figured out yet, but the promise is anywhere in the world with a Wi-Fi network you can turn on and off the heat. So if I'm coming in from like New York and
Yeah.
that house is cold, I can like.
Unless someone hacks your system and wants to mess with you. Let's set his house. Let's set his house to 100 degrees.
I can. So our switches show up on the same network, so I can turn his heat off.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You mess with your buddy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that just a plug that turns something on and off? You could actually connect anything to it.
Yep.
Like that's really cool. You could hook up your. I mean, you could hook that up. You could also hook up an AC system or anything that
Sure.
you want to plug into a socket.
Yep.
Let's head to the kitchen real quick too. I want to see that.
Sure. So
I love your open and honest shelving here too. All the mason jar ball jars here. It's great.
Yeah.
It's like art itself too.
I put another mason jar shelf in my row house when I was rehabbing that. It had about 120 mason jars.
Really?
In it. And you actually don't need 120 for all your food needs, but 60 does a pretty good job.
Yeah.
It's a nice way of storing it. It also reduces the amount of cabinet in your face, because
Yeah.
most standard cabinets are like 20 inches. Or
Well, you don't have to like
18
reach behind
inches.
to get other jars and bottles.
Yeah,
They're all
exactly.
it's all one level.
You don't have to open something to see what's available. You just
Exactly.
look. You've also got some knickknacks and little little building things.
What are
up
these
there, too,
curious shaped
so.
green leaves here?
Exactly.
Bud like
Oregano.
That's a boneyard grown mint tea.
Nice.
Okay.
In the summer,
Nice.
yeah.
Is this DC blender?
Nope, that's
Okay.
AC. Yep.
It's AC blender.
And you make your own bread too?
Well, I got a bread maker stowed underneath the kitchen sink here, so.
Yeah, it seems like just given the size of this kitchen, some of the appliances you have a nice KitchenAid mixer over there that you cook quite a bit.
Sure. I mean, one of the things was in building this house, I didn't want to feel compromised. Like a lot of the designs out there that I saw, very impressive on a lot of levels, but they just didn't quite meet what I was looking for.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit of a cook, so I wanted all the regular kitchen appliances. I wanted a residential range, propane range, which is actually underneath the cutting board here.
Can we? Pull
Yeah,
this up?
Yeah, I was wondering that.
Yeah.
KitchenAid mixer, just some of the things you don't typically see in a lot of micro houses.
Microwave down here.
Microwave is also a convection oven.
To butcher your food when you reheat it.
So you can.
Oh, it's a convection oven too? Okay.
It's a convection
I
oven,
take
so
it
you can
back.
bake. I mean, I bake tarts and stuff in there, no problem. For bigger cooking, probably an outdoor grill would be the best. The refrigerator is at 7 cubic foot NovaCool.
Yeah.
It's DC AC.
Okay.
Right now it's powered off of DC. It's been running DC since.
So
about
your
a year now.
refrigerator is it being run off of solar?
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
That's
a lot of
decent
people ask
sized
that
fridge.
question.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the main load on it on the system, but it's been running on DC nonstop since February.
You got a decent amount of cabinet space here too. You see, this is all stock IKEA stuff as well.
All stock IKEA. You can see in here. I hate dirty dishes everywhere, so
Oh,
this is all IKEA stuff. You can put a little drying rack in there.
yeah.
There's a water catch underneath.
Good sized sink. A lot of tiny houses you see sinks the size of a cereal bowl.
Yeah, couldn't handle that, so I put a regular size sink in.
Yeah.
So we spoke with Jay earlier, but do you want to also show us your foot pedal for the water?
Oh yeah, Jay and I are doing these foot pedals.
Yeah, that's so cool.
It's just a little on-off thing.
Yeah.
But the nice thing is it's more sanitary, and it also for water conservation.
Yeah.
You can just apply what you need.
Yeah.
And certainly convenient when you're washing the dishes.
How are your neighbors? Here they're pretty quiet. Waka waka.
Not at midnight though.
Oh yeah.
It gets crazy.
Yeah. All right, Brian. Thank you so much for the tour. Again, I'm Derek Diedrichson, BoneyardStudios.com. If you want more information on, as I spin it around this handsome gentleman right
Thanks
here.
for visiting.
All right. Thank you.